Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For my new subscribers, I'm very glad you're joining us and my name is Yvonne. In today's video I want to make a large journal card. You can use it to tuck into a pocket or a tuck spot, but I'm going to making a full page in my softcover journal. If you haven't seen the flip through or my working in it, I will link the videos down below. I worked in it a couple of pages and the begin tags. I also have craft with me videos of that. This page also, it's very layered with all kinds of secret journaling spaces. And now I chose this page because I don't really care for the image, and my tag will be larger than this, but I don't mind, but I'll show you later. This card, when it's finished, is also very beautiful for the cover plate, a topper, journal topper, I don't know what they call it. Like this, I made a complete card layering and then stuck it on the cover of a journal, and this card is very suitable to do that also. I again prepared my items because otherwise I can't choose, so I prepared some things I want to use and I can see where I go from there. I have to say I made this before for a journal of a good friend, and I really liked the way it turned out, and I thought I want that in my own journal as well. So that's why I'm in a way making it again. And then I thought I'd turn on the camera and maybe you can follow along or see how I build things up, and if you want you can make one of your own. So I'll put the items aside. I chose this image, is from Gina Makes It. I really like her channel. She has beautiful images, digital images in her Etsy shop, and I like this image. It's in black and white, but you can see in the image that it's a real autumn picture, and that's what I like. The edges are already with a cutter that makes a rough edge, but I like to make the edges a bit more rough with the nail, and everybody who likes it knows that Ruby&Pearl has a great video about the way she does that. And she saw it or learned it from someone else again, but I saw it from her and I really liked the style of it. And I'm going to do that with all the papers. And some points you can tear the paper or it's already getting torn. Then ink it up a bit. I already inked the image, but when you're roughing it up like this, it needs a bit of inking again. And I'm going to back it with brown wrapping paper to make a border around it, and that I will stitch. This is the wrapping paper. It's in our local supermarket when you want to wrap something. This side is shiny, I don't like that, but this is matte. I already crinkled it up a bit, and later I can also do the edge again. But I want to frame my picture. Now I can curl it up. Just want to frame the picture. It's a bit wide, so I have to trim it a bit more. I'm going to glue it a bit, because I don't have to glue it all the way, because I'm going to stitch it, but it's easier for now to tear the brown paper. Just a small border to make the picture stand out more. The tearing is still difficult for me. Some creators do it very easily. I love it. The natural way it comes out, but sometimes it's still tricky. All the small pieces are very usable for a next project, so nothing goes to waste. And then I'm going to do the same, but this is a bit hard, more hard than the picture, because the picture I always, images I always print on thicker paper, small, yeah, bit of a cardstock. I don't know in pounds, but for this I use 200 GSM, grams, 200 grams, so it's pretty sturdy for an image. Ink this up. It's getting colder in the Netherlands, but now we have a faint little sunshine. So that looks already a bit nicer. But I don't really mind the cold, especially when we have a bit of sunshine and it's freezing. I really love that, to go out and make a walk or something. I always feel that's a healthy weather type. I always like it. Yeah, now the edges are a bit small because I always also like when this is curled up on some pieces. But now it's maybe a bit too small. Let's see. Let's see what I can use. My awl maybe to curl it up a bit. I'm gonna roll it like that. Gives a nice effect also, like with old books and documents. I always like that. Maybe a little corner. Here. And then I have a German book page that I love for the font. Not that it will be that much visible on here. I want everything just a bit askew. I think I'll stick this down also, just, oh, no, I want my sewing. Yeah, it can go to 3. Yeah, I'll do my sewing now. I don't know if I'll leave it in, otherwise I'll be right back. I stitched around my image. I had to cut a piece out of the video and start this all over because my thread kept breaking, and eventually I had so many holes in my picture that I thought I'm gonna start I'm gonna start anew. So I printed a new image, and until this I made it again, and now we're continuing. So the book page, I want it all around, that's just peeking out, but also in a bit of an angle like this. So I'm gonna glue it on there. Like that. And then let's see if I can tear it a bit nicely. It's a good thing that it's a very old book page, because it tears more easily than newer pages. I already cut my background to size. Oh, well, no, I want to roughen this up also. This is also from the 200 grams, printed on 200 or 120, yeah, I can't remember, 120 and mostly, but this can be 200. And because I first thought I want to write on the back, I printed lines on them, but now I just want to make a complete page out of it. So, but often I print something on the back, so if I want, I can journal on the back. But sometimes I have so many things that need to go into a tuck spot or in a pocket. Yeah, that the pages are only filled with pockets, and I don't always like that if there are too many pockets. So I want to try to make more pages just decorated with maybe a secret pocket for journaling, to put journaling in. It's pretty thick, so it's a bit hard to crumble it, make it more rough. Put some tears in some places. And then it's also easier when you print something on the back, it's not completely white anymore. But it doesn't really matter, because you can always ink it up extra. I think I'll use the oxide. It's a bit, it stands out more, the oxide, than the normal distress ink. I saw a lot of people already in Christmas mode and making Christmas journals and Christmas cards. It's not really my my thing, so I keep on working in my own tempo and my own things I like. But I really like watching what people are making for Christmas. But it's not something I really want to do. And that's fine. We can choose whatever we want. That's the advantage of junk journaling. Also making them stand out a bit more because it's a busy background. It will be a first Christmas for our family, a complete family, then I mean, that we're all together, because my daughter lived in Indonesia for 6 years, and they came, she and her husband and the children came to live in the Netherlands this year, and they're going to stay here. And the daughter of my sister lives in Canada, and there she and her husband are flying over. So yeah, except of course of my mom, because she passed away this year. Yeah, the rest of us will be all together with Christmas, so it will be a very special Christmas. A bit sad that my mom isn't there for that. But yeah, I'm glad my niece and her husband are coming, and we can all be together. I like the image also a bit askew, and then I wanted to see the black, the blue. I want to have it shown a bit more behind the image. That's why I also chose the blue label. I don't know how much this will show, but just a bit. Yeah, like that. Because I really like the label, I think I'll cut it, because then I can use the rest for another project. It's also a nice piece to use again. I'm going to put some glue here, and then try to position it again the way I want it, and stick it down. It's flat again. I don't know if it will stay curled up, of course, because in a journal you close the journal and maybe it will flatten out again. Something like this was the idea. And curl this up also. I'm already sick for over a week, almost 2 weeks, with a bad cold, coughing and sneezing and everything. It's not COVID, luckily, but it's taken a long time to recover. this a bit. Let's see if it works. Need a bit more. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll keep thinking about it. And I don't want it stuck down like I say in my other videos. I don't want it completely stuck down. Just for some variation. And when they're peeking up like this, I like that. It adds to the effect and the texture that it can curl up or tear a bit. I don't mind. Then I'm going to use some die cut flowers, but I want to put some glue here. It has to stay down, of course. It doesn't have to be completely stuck down, but it's not the intention that it's coming loose. And then I want to use some die cut flowers also. Let's see if I have something in that blue. I already cut a lot in all kinds of colors, so they're all upside down. Let's see if this. Yeah, that's the only blue I've got. Let's see what's in there. I don't know if I want it that large, but I see all the small ones I used up already, and I want a craft one. A craft one and a bit of color. Let's see if I cut this smaller. Because I can cut it here and it's not strange when I do. Maybe a smaller. Smaller craft one. I curled up this, but it interferes with the flower now. It has to be a different kind. I'm thinking if that's too small. No, I think I'll cut it here. That's even cute to put somewhere. I'm going to ink this up a bit because it's a bit too blue for my liking. So I'll just distress it a bit. These can go back in their pouch. I really like it like this because now that I've pre-cut them in a couple of colors, I use them quicker. I like to use the makeup brush because it's a bit more subtle. Also like to go over this one. It doesn't really show, but there's just a little difference when you do. I'm gonna stick this down first because I want the blue on top. Ah, I lost my little clock. I'll always forget to put the needle in. It's ideal, the fine tip of this bottle for this intricate die cuts, And I put, when the glue was empty, I put my normal, regular glue in the bottle because I just wanted it for the tip. It has to be on the picture a bit. Maybe. Maybe I want it here. Let's see if the glue can remove the glue. It will dry clear, so it's not really a problem. And you have to be careful with the digitals because I don't have a laser printer, and if I use the wet wipe too much, it will damage the printed image. I found out the bad way. This is always a bit tricky. Yeah, so I hope I'm feeling much better next week because both my partner and I were both sick. A week we were very miserable, really sick. And now it's a bit okay, but the cold is not really gone, not completely gone. So we have to be careful to go outside to meet people. But I'm glad when it's over because it was not much fun. It was a very long time, years since I had the flu or a really bad cold. And no fun in being ill. Yeah, still the blue is a bit different. This is more light. Yeah, but I like it anyway. It's okay. And then I have these flowers. And I have smaller ones. I don't know if I want them this big, and I thought I'd put a little clock in the heart of the flower. I really like that. Maybe it's okay, because the smaller ones I have are really small. And then this will be too big. Let's see. Maybe I will pick the smaller ones. And then the brown one won't show. Let's see if I have another one. Yeah, I think I'll change that and pick the smaller one. This is something also I really have to remind myself to. I have a lot of flowers, to use them, because it does give a nice effect. And I'm really trying to use up things I have, because I've more than plenty. From also a lot of stuff from scrapbooking days. But yeah, when I started junk journaling a couple of years ago, I also bought a lot of things for junk journaling, because it's a completely different style of crafting. I want to use some other glue. For the metal embellishment. This is tacky glue. I don't really like it because it's very thick. So I only use it to, yeah, because I have it for things that really have to stick. But it's too thick, and the tip too wide. So, and normally I can stick with the art glitter glue and the all-purpose glue from the local chain Action here. I can stick everything I want, so that's okay. That has to dry. Now let's see how we can put it in my journal. Make a bit of room. Yeah, it's very large. About 19.5 centimeters. Yeah, about 7.5 inch by 5. But it would have been a beautiful space for journaling, but I don't mind. I can stick it on 3 sides, and I can always put some journaling in there, because yeah, I don't want to make a flap. I think I'll use double-sided tape. I really like double-sided tape, and also that's something I have a lot of left from my scrapbooking days, so I don't want to throw it away. You can leave a little room. all the way to the front. So now I can use up all kinds of supplies. I don't know if this is too much. Make it a bit shorter, because otherwise it might show. Let's see if this will show. No, it's okay. Like I said in some other videos, no, that's not. I'm taking it all out. No, that's not sticking anymore. That doesn't happen very often. But I'm removing the complete tape. Then try it on this side. Okay. Like I said in other videos, I always just open a few places so I can always position my card or pocket or whatever I want to put on the page. I can position it the way I want it and then remove the remaining backing. So this will stick and I can remove this. And then the chances are better that it goes the way I want it. And here it's sticking out, but I don't know what I'm going to do on this page. Maybe what I do on this page will cover this up. It's not completely white here, but too white, but I'll see when it comes to that page. So I'm gonna let this dry further. And that's my page in my journal. I really like it. And like I said, it's a beautiful topper for on your cover, or a loose standing journaling card. I hope you liked this craft with me. And as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. If you like this video, I would love for you to subscribe, give a like or a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!